this magnificent day that you've given me and all that are here. I thank you that you are a forgiving Father, a loving Father, a Father that saw fit to bring me into a new day. I thank you that you did not take me at face value and do away with me. I thank you that you have given me a roof over my head, a loving spouse, a steady income, and reliable transportation. I thank you for those things, Father. I know that there are times when sometimes I ignore the fact that you have given me these things. And Father, I ask for your forgiveness. I take none of them for granted, Lord, because I already know what all of it looks like. I know what it looks like not to have a loving spouse. I know what it looks like not to have my own roof over my head. I know what it looks like not to have reliable transportation. I know what it looks like not to have steady income. So I am so very grateful that you have blessed me with these things, even though I more than likely don't deserve them, because let me correct that, Father, because you are my Father, and everything that you give me is good. Everything that you have predestined me for is good. And even when I don't believe that I deserve them, you say that I do. So I thank you for them. Father, I ask that you touch, heal, and deliver those that need your special touch, healing, and delivering. We have those that are suffering from depression. We have those that are battling with cancer. We have those that are battling with mental illness and financial hardships. We have those that are battling with homelessness and alcoholism and many other addictions, Lord. And I ask that you touch, heal, and deliver each and every one of those. You know who is on my prayer list, Father. I will not speak each name out now here, but you know each and every name that is on my heart and on my prayer list. So touch that mother. Give her the peace and the confidence that she needs to continually rely on you as she is there to support her son while he battles cancer. Touch that son, Lord, as he deals with this battle once again, as young as he is, Lord, and believing that his whole life is ahead of him, and then he's hit with this diagnosis and then told that everything is all right and has to battle with it once again. Touch, heal, and deliver those who are dealing with children that are incarcerated for what are truly false charges, Lord. Touch those that are dealing with family members that are locked up in mental illness, locked up in alcoholism, locked up in drug addiction, locked up, not just physically behind bars, Lord, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually locked up. Lord, I thank you because I know that each and everything that I have asked you for is yet already done, because I have asked these things in the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And it is so. Amen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching this, I truly appreciate you. I really, really do. I am so absolutely blessed this morning. So absolutely blessed. I'm blessed every morning, but I'm absolutely blessed this morning because I realize that I am. I realize that without God, I would not be here. I can't do that just yet because I've got the phone right at the vent. But I am so absolutely blessed and grateful this morning. Something that, and I haven't really done, and I'm being transparent about this, I haven't really yet done a detailed research on it just yet, but I will because it's still weighing on me. But something that hit me either Thursday, no, it wasn't Thursday, I think it was either Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, but I want to say Wednesday, hit me last week about people mourning those things that are not dead. They're not dead. And it's quite ironic that it was also Holy Week, and we were rolling into Good Friday, and then into Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday, and how the angel came to the women and said to them, "Why are you mourning the living? He is not there. He is alive. Jesus is not dead." This is in the Bible, and of course I will do my best to put the scripture there. But that thought led me to that. But what led me to that thought was the fact that I have a dear friend whose husband, and I thank God that he has touched his body, and that I enlisted additional prayers from my sisters in the spirit. But he's making progress now. But my dear friend's husband was in her mind near death, and he may have very well been, because I never got a chance to visit with him while he was in the hospital and while he was in rehab. I never got a chance to visit with him. But her demeanor, and I know that she's concerned about her husband, and she had every right to be concerned about her husband. I know that she was upset with the way things were going. She was upset with the medical staff that performed his procedure, and the advice that they gave after the fact. She's entitled to it. She has every right to be upset with them about the advice that they gave after his procedure. But it made me think of, because her demeanor was so black and dark. That's what I want to say, not black. Her demeanor was so dark. Her countenance was so dark that it was as if she were mourning his death when he wasn't dead. He was alive. He was not in the best health, and still isn't in optimal health. But her demeanor, her behavior, her countenance, all of it was as if he were dead, and she was in mourning. And that made me think about how we as people, no matter the level of religious belief we have, no matter how spiritual we believe we are, no matter anything, sometimes we do behave as if those things that are still alive are dead, and we mourn them, and it's inaccurate. The mourning is unwarranted. That's the word I was looking for. It's unwarranted. And instead of me talking with her about this, because I knew that she had wise counsel and someone else, but instead of me talking with her about this, of course I did check with her to see how he was doing. I checked with her to see how she was doing. I encouraged her to eat, because she has not been eating the way she's supposed to. I encouraged her to get rest, because she was not resting the way she's supposed to. So I did those things, but I also prayed for her, and I let her know that I was praying for her, so that she did not. And I know that she knew, that others were praying for her, because that's just what we do. So I know that she knew that, and we all told her that we were praying for her, and at various times. So that's what I did. I encouraged her to rest and to eat, but I also let her know that I was praying for her and for him, because that is what I was doing. I didn't want to impose upon the counsel that she was already getting. And in all honesty, I felt like anything that I said outside of what I did say would have been much more than she could handle, because I know that she had a lot of voices in her ears. I know that she did. So I prayed for her, and I prayed that her spirit be lifted. I prayed that she would look at him as alive again. I prayed that she would rejoice in his life as a whole, and not piece by piece, bit by bit, and then live in the past, reminisce about who he used to be and things of that nature. I prayed that she became encouraged again, uplifted again, because it was very clear that she was mourning him as if he were dead. So I say all of that to say, with certain things, yes, you should mourn them as if they're dead, because they are things that you no longer want to. Well, actually, no, you should not mourn them. Now that I'm thinking about what I'm saying, you should not mourn them, because there are the things that should be dead in your life, and they're not yet dead, but you need to behave as if they are. Certain habits that are not good for you. They may not necessarily be dead yet, because you still have certain cravings for that thing, but you need to operate as if it is. But for those things that are positive and real and alive, do not behave as if they are dead. For relationships and friendships that you had to disconnect from, because that person may have been a toxic person, but you still love them from a distance because it's what's best for the two of you, that they be on one end of the relationship and you be on the exact opposite end, and sometimes there is no communication. That relationship may not necessarily be dead, because at some point that person is going to come back to themselves, just as the prodigal son did. So don't mourn that relationship as if it's dead. Don't mourn that connection as if it were dead. You can mourn, I'm not even going to say mourn the behavior. Don't mourn the behavior. Embrace the change that's happening in the relationship, the maturity that's coming about, and not just in the person that you had to disconnect from or distance yourself from in that time frame, but celebrate it. Celebrate the maturity. I'm struggling with the words that I want to use specifically. Celebrate the maturity and the change that's happening in it, but don't mourn it as if it were dead. Don't mourn that connection, that relationship, as if it were dead. There are some relationships, like I have one right now, that I am distancing myself from, because that person is refusing to do the things that are beneficial to them. But I'm still connected to that person, and I'm still loving that person, and I'm still praying for that person. And I am embracing the growth and transformation that's going to happen in this space that we have between us at this point. And I will continue to love and pray for them. But they're still alive. They're still a part of my life. They're still connected to me. So I will not mourn them as if they were dead. That man that is sloughing off of them, that man that is dying in them so that they can be a better person, I'm not even mourning that, because I need it to be. Poor baby, he's so confused about what gate to go through. Sorry for that. I'm not mourning them. I'm not even mourning that behavior. I'm celebrating the fact that that transformation is taking place. I'm celebrating the fact that that transformation is indeed taking place. And when they are ready, we will reconnect. And not just them, myself as well. I can't look at it as a one-sided thing. There are some things that need to happen within me while we are apart, so that when we get back together, we are the people that we need to be excuse me, at that moment of reconnection. So stop mourning people that are very much alive as if they were dead. it pays no benefit to you. It pays no benefit to you. I hope that makes sense, and I'll probably elaborate a little bit more later in a different video, once I do a little bit more research and trying to better explain it, because this video is already 15 minutes long, and I did not intend for that to be. But with that, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose.